Welcome to the second part of restrictive lung diseases. We are going to discuss about coal workers pneumoconiosis. As the name suggests, this type of restrictive disease develops in the coal workers as they are exposed to coal dust. We can categorize the people working at coal factory or in the mines of coal in three class, that is asymptomatic and presenting with mild symptoms, that is simple coal workers pneumoconiosis, and complicated coal workers pneumoconiosis, which is progressive in nature, that is the symptoms do worsen as the deposition of coal dust increases. Now, the confluence of fibrosing reaction in lung, that is a complication of any pneumoconiosis, is very common in coal workers pneumoconiosis. That is, the fibrosing will keep on increasing and engulfing more of the tissues at the site of lodgement of coal dust. This type of fibrosing can also be seen in silicosis. It's a different type of pneumoconiosis. This silica gets deposited in lungs. So such type of complication can be seen in silicosis also. In this category of coal workers pneumoconiosis, we also have a classification known as anthracosis. Although it is placed separately from the coal workers pneumoconiosis, here the coal is innocuous, that is, the coal actually is present in a particle form, and it is very common in urban dwellers and smokers. So it's quite understandable that why urban dwellers, because urban areas are highly populated with vehicles which are continuously emitting smoke. Also, the urban areas do have peripheral regions of them having lots of factories there, and obviously the smokers do smoke so that smoke carries carbon particles with them. So either the carbon particle coming from the vehicular smoke or the cigarette smoke or from the factories, these carbon particles or pigments are present in lungs, lymphatics, and lymph nodes. And on autopsy, what we find that linear streaks and aggregation can be seen in pulmonary lymphatics and lymph nodes. So, what are the simple uh, coal workers pneumoconiosis? What happens in them? That is coal macule, that is around 1 to 2 millimeters, and coal is laden, coal laden macrophages can be seen. Now, after macule comes the coal nodule, that is larger than macule, contain delicate collagen fiber. So it's quite understandable that earlier the macrophages came and they engulfed these coal particles, and later on now they have converted into a deposition of collagen fiber. So that is coal nodule. Upper lobe, upper zones of lower lobes are heavily involved in such type of changes. That is simple manifestation of coal workers pneumoconiosis. Upper lobe and upper zone of lower lobe. So almost reaching to the half of the lung. Located adjacent to respiratory bronchiole dust deposition. Is centrilobular emphysema. So here what we'll find is we'll find another complication, that is emphysema associated with such cold deposition, and that too, that is centrilobular emphysema can be seen. Now what happens in the complicated one, that is the complicated coal workers pneumoconiosis? In background, obviously, there is simple coal workers pneumoconiosis. Earlier, the simple one will develop, but as the deposition of coal will keep on increasing, it will lead into complicated coal workers pneumoconiosis. It occurs, the complication will not occur suddenly by exposure of few months. It usually takes many years, where we can see blackened scar which are more than 2 centimeters in size and may range up to 10 centimeters. They are multiple, bilateral, That is, both the lungs get involved and involve upper and post region. That is, the posterior region as well as the upper region of any of the lobe. Microscopically, what we see is dense collagen, pigment necrotic center, and local ischemia. We also do have a terminology named Kaplan syndrome, which is also referred as rheumatoid pneumoconiosis. And it's quite interesting to know that there is development of rheumatoid arthritis, which is an autoimmune disease, in presence of diseases like silicosis, coal workers pneumoconiosis, and asbestosis. What happens here is, grossly, there is round firm nodules with central necrosis, cavitation, and calcification seen in the joints, and also a central zone of dust-laden fibroid necrotizing enclosed in palisading fibroblast and mononuclear cells might be seen. This Kaplan syndrome. Clinical features of such type of coal worker pneumoconiosis is cough with jet black sputum, as the respiratory tract is laden with dust particles. So the sputum, even the sputum coming out would be jet black. Dyspnea, pulmonary hypertension, cor pulmonale, tuberculosis and rheumatoid arthritis are more common in minors. Increased risk of carcinoma of stomach and bronchogenic carcinoma, whereas bronchogenic carcinoma is rare. But there is an increased risk of carcinoma of stomach. Progressive massive fibrosis superimposed on coal worker pneumoconiosis. The large blackened scar are located principally in the upper lobe. Note the extension of scar into the surrounding parenchyma and retraction of adjacent pleura. So you can see the black depositions and its heavily deposited carbon particles can be seen in this image. Another picture of coal workers pneumoconiosis. We'll discuss silicosis in the third and the last part of this restrictive lung disease.